Do you find it hard to open up to receive? Are you finding it hard to trust in the blessings that are about to enter into your life? Do you still question, do you deserve the love and abundance that is on its way to you? We often put up walls of protection as a way of trying to keep ourselves safe, but it is actually safer for us to open up because we can have more protection when we let love in. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. This is the thing, and we do it over and over again. We put those walls up. We think, okay, I'm protecting myself. I won't let anyone in and this is safer. And we do this over and over again. And we're like, I can't get hurt this way. If I don't let somebody in, I can't get hurt. But in actual fact, it's the opposite. And it got so far for me. My heart almost turned to stone. I did a video on that just before Christmas, and it genuinely did. And it actually, when I look back now, it was more painful for me to be closed-hearted than it was to be open-hearted. And in this as well, I found it hard to trust. I found it hard to trust the people around me or myself. I couldn't trust myself to let people in. I was like, if I don't let people in, they can't hurt me. But I was in so much pain, so much agony from my heart closing up that since I started opening again, I feel so much freer. And I'm starting to trust. But I'm still getting very, very triggered. So this is why I'm doing this video. It's like, we need to open ourselves up to receive. Now, I've been opening my heart since I did that video back before Christmas. And I've been going through very massive bouts of heart healing. And letting my friends in again has really, really helped me to really feel the love. And this is bringing in blessings in all areas of my life. And that's the thing, it's not just closing off to people or situations, romantic or friendship. It's closing off to abundance. If we have a closed heart chakra, we cannot receive the blessings that we deserve. And this is it. We believe we don't fucking deserve them. And oftentimes we're afraid of them as well. Because when my heart was so closed, I actually figured out that I was afraid to be loved. And it's only in the last couple of weeks since opening my heart and letting people in that I'm not scared anymore. And I'm not scared of being not scared. It's actually really exciting. But I was still having doubts. I was still not trusting the process. I was not trusting in the blessings that were coming in because a part of me still believed, did I really deserve them? And this is it. I've been watching a couple of series and I get so fucking triggered. I get so triggered. And these are all obviously for my healing, but I get so triggered when the people in the series do not follow their fucking hearts, and then they're all going like, I have to do this for everyone else, or I can't have the love of my life because I need to do this instead. It's just like, fuck off. I was getting so angry at the television, just so angry. And I'm watching a new series, and it's like nearly the end of the second series, and finally the love interests get together after going off on detours and fucking doing the wrong thing. But I was so triggered throughout the first series and halfway through this one. And last night, before they even got together, I just said, look, I'm not dealing with this. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I was like, it's fiction. Stop getting so angry. It's not your problem. And literally after I let go, they got together. And I was like, the message I got from the universe then was, the whole time, and this is when I was getting my triggers as well throughout the healing of the series, when I was getting my triggers. It was like the universe just kept telling me, will you just trust? Will you get over it and just trust? Just trust in the outcome. It's going to happen. And because of my triggers, and I realize now that my triggers were fear. And I think that's connected to my twin flame journey as well, because, with the separation and twin flame journeys, it's really, really hard to keep the trust. And that's the whole objective. You need to let the fuck go so that you can bring it in. And that's it. I let go halfway through the episode last night. I was just like, I'm letting go. And then I was halfway through that episode and I had to go and do a live. So I had to take a step back, and this is the reason I decided to do this video, because I went back and watched it afterwards. And I was just like, fucking hell, the whole message I've been getting for weeks is just trust, because it's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen eventually. You just have to stop getting so angry. And the reason I was getting triggered and angry is because a part of me wasn't trusting in my own journey. And a part of me was fearing that it would never fucking happen. And the release, oh my God, the release last night when they got together, I was like, a weight just completely lifted off me. And I was just like, oh my God, this is what the universe, my intuition has been telling me for fucking months here. Like, let the fuck go. It's going to happen. And this is why, and then I was going to do a completely different video today. But then after watching that, I was like, no, this is the message I'm getting. We need to open up to receive. We need to trust in the outcome. We need to trust that these blessings are coming. And something that there was actually a really nice quote in the middle of that series in the last episode, the episode before, about the wall thing. Walls are in our heart. We think that we're saving ourselves and protecting ourselves, by closing our heart, by putting those walls up, by not letting people in. But it's detrimental. And like when I did that video, like if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it. It's called Don't Let Your Heart Turn to Stone. I got that close. I've always had an open heart to be able to give love. And I haven't been really able to receive it, because obviously deep down I figured out then that I was afraid to be loved. But it got to a stage where it was, like Medusa, if she turns her victims into stone, it's like gradual, and then they turn completely into stone. This is what my heart felt like. It felt like the open side of it. This was the closed side, but the open side was literally starting to seep over into the open side. And I really got so upset. I was like, what if I can't give love anymore? And that's the whole thing. Like, I was in denial, and I was like, oh, I'm okay with not receiving it. Like, but, I can't, if it got to a stage where I couldn't actually give love anymore, that's the reason I'm on this planet, is to love. The reason we're all on this planet is to love and be loved. And I just, it was a really big wake-up call for me. And it was like, let those fucking walls down. Like, you see, this is the thing. We've been through so much pain and trauma. We've had to walk away from so many people, situations, and it's like, this is the way I got, like, because I had, between 21 and 23, I had to walk away from everyone practically in my physical reality. This broke my heart. And, all my passions went to shit because I relapsed, and I was just gone to the worst, physical and mental health of my life. I deteriorated. And I just couldn't see a way out. I couldn't see a future. And I thought that was it. And when I started healing properly and intensely, I still feared, like, what if I try this thing or follow this purpose or let somebody in? What if it all goes to shit again? This is why, and that's why my heart gradually just kept getting closed and closed and closed and closed and closed, more closed than it has ever been. And I've had trauma, that has kept my heart pretty closed, but this was worse than it ever was. And I was like, a part of me was like, even my friends, I couldn't even, I always gave, and looked after them. And if they asked me how I was, I'd be like, I'm fine. It's all part of the journey, I'm fine. And, a chat with a friend of mine was just literally realized I'm not fine. I'm in absolute agony here, and I really need to address that. It was toxic positivity. I was in denial. I was like, oh, this is all a part of my journey. It's all a part of the process. But I wasn't feeling my pain. And in feeling my pain, realizing how bad I was after getting, I was able to break down those walls again. And it's been gradual. I've been going through many, many bouts of healing ever since I realized my heart was that closed. And it's only in the last couple of weeks, literally in the last couple of weeks, that I actually figured I finally healed enough that I'm not afraid to be loved anymore. And I'm letting my friends in again. And it's every time I have a conversation with my two girlfriends now, it's just literally my heart opens more and more. And I'm so grateful to the two of them. I'm just so grateful, because now I'm seeing that it's actually safer to let people in. It really is. It like the pain I was going through from closing my heart up it was agony. It was fucking agony. And the more I open now, the less pain I feel. But the more abundance that's flowing in, I feel happier. I feel love. And there's opportunities coming in left, right, and center for me. And my purpose is flowing more smoothly now. But this is it. We have to start to trust. And that's the minute I let go yesterday and was just like, I'm not getting angry anymore about this. And I realized the message was, I wasn't trusting. I wasn't trusting that everything I want is on its way. And and I have to keep reminding myself of this, because of all the hard work we do. we're climbing that fucking mountain, and it's hard. It's just so fucking hard. We can't even see the top because of the clouds. And we're like afraid, are we doing this all for nothing? You know, and it's like, if I open my heart, am I going to get hurt again? If I'm trusting, you know, and this is the thing we have to understand as well. We've been told to see it, to believe it. Whereas in actual fact, we need to actually believe it in order to bring it into fruition, in order to see it. This is the important thing. We have to trust that everything we want is ours. Everything we want, we deserve it. And we just have to let go. We have to let go of that need for it. We have to stop holding on so tightly. And that's why I was getting so fucking triggered. It was just like, please listen to, you know, it was like screaming at the television, telling these characters to listen to their hearts and follow their true path. But it's like any other spiritual journey, or, you know, healing journey, or the twin flame journey. They had to figure their shit out before they could actually turn in the right direction. The same way we are. We have to figure this shit out before we can actually go the path that we need to go. We have to heal what we need to heal. We need to let go of what we need to let go of. We need to walk away from things that we need to walk away from. And that's it, that this whole series was mirroring my fucking journey, like. You know what I mean? It's like, in a sense it was. Like, there's parts of it that weren't. And, you know, I was getting triggered by those parts. And I was like afraid that the shitty parts were going to be reflecting back onto me. And I was like, no, everyone's journey is different. But the mirrored energy there is, we all have our lessons to learn. We all have certain things to go through, until we're ready to make the decisions that we need to make, until we're ready to let those walls down. And that's the thing, you know, we have to go through the turmoil. We have to, our hearts have to break in order for them to open. And that's what I realized, you know, and I was in such pain, you know, when my heart was so closed, and I was trying to open it again, trying to go through that healing, all that trauma come back up. And, you know, another thing that I did in the video, or mentioned in the video yesterday, is the last couple of days I've been getting flashbacks of the periods of my life where I wasn't loved, or wasn't loved properly, or wasn't feeling safe to be loved. And that's another thing, it's feeling safe, you know, and that's why we close up. We don't feel safe. And, you know, that's the flashbacks I've been getting from my past relationships, is that I was never, ever safe. I never felt safe. I never felt loved. And, you know, I feel loved now, you know, properly loved by myself and by my friends. And, you know, I can feel the love of my twin flame as well, even though we're in separation. You know, I can feel that love, and I'm ready for it. I'm actually ready to be open. But I was still having my doubts. That's why I was getting these triggers. And like, it just, the weight that lifted off me last night, I was like, this is what the universe has been trying to fucking tell you. Just let go. Everything is coming. Everything is on its way to you. Everything you want is already yours. You just have to keep trusting, and you have to open yourself up to receive. So I know a lot, because of this timeline shift we're in, timeline split we're in, we're letting go of a lot of stuff that no longer serves us. This can actually help make us close up again. But this is all for our highest good, and this is the transition that we're going through now. We're after literally letting go of everything that no longer serves us. We're after letting go of our old self. So shed that skin, break those walls down, but don't make that close you up. Like, and that's the thing. And I think everything has happened in perfect alignment, because, you know, I was like so closed-hearted. And then I done that witch wound energy, and I healed an awful lot of, you know, trauma from my past lives. And I'm not going to close again. And, you know, I've gone through bouts of triggers and, trauma over the last couple of weeks, and I'm healing those, but I'm not closing again. And that's the most important thing. So don't let the shedding of the old energy make you close up again. Help it, or use it to help you open. Use it to help you trust. Because your highest timeline is here. It's right here. Everything you want, your life purpose, your divine relationship, everything you want is right at your fingertips. But we need to open up to receive. So make yourself ready. You know, do the lessons, or, you know, use those triggers as guides. Because we are getting very, very triggered over the last couple of days. Use these triggers as guides. Guides to trust. Guides to heal. Guides to open. You know, and that's what it is. This stuff is, like, it's already yours. It really is. And, like, it's a weight lifted when you break down those walls. It really is. It feels so much better when you actually open your heart. It's not safer to put those walls up. You're not actually protecting yourself. You're actually doing the opposite, because the more you close, the less you can feel safe, because you're continuously feeling uneasy and unsafe in this world. But if you open up, even to just the people entering your life, you know, the true soul tribe, your true soul family, your friends, to open up to those people can actually make you safer, because you don't have to do it on your own. And that's what, you know, opening up to my two girlfriends has done for me, you know, has literally made me feel like I'm not alone anymore. You know, that even in doing that has made me ready, or has helped me to heal enough that I'm ready to be loved by my twin flame. I know that I deserve it now. And so do you. You deserve everything that's coming to you. And you're doing all this hard work because of this highest timeline. Because you deserve a life of abundance, a life full of love and opportunity. You really do. You're not doing this all for nothing. You know, this is to bring you into your best version and to bring you into the life that you truly deserve. So please listen to your guides, listen to your triggers, listen to your intuition, listen to your soul. Open your heart, break down those walls. Don't let this old energy keep you stuck in that closed heart mentality. Because I promise you, it is actually safer to love and be loved than it is to keep your heart closed. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share. And please subscribe to my channel so that I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help in your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I'd love nothing more than to help you on your path.